Right, so here's the power hammer. Started stripping it down. It's covered in so all these covers have been like polyfilled in, so you have to break it all to get it apart. So it's probably going to want cleaning all that crap off and redoing. So basically it's got to break the seal on this one as well. I broke this and lifted that off to look inside to see the hammer. That's free floating. And so I've got this bit of rebar there just to hold it in place. So it's actually got a threaded M12 thread on the inside of it. I'm going to have to loop it, fix on it, and obviously lift it out. And then the same for the back end, like the big con rod. What is Sam?
Alright, Mom.
Hey Sammy. Just doing a quick overview of what needs doing.
What needs doing?
Yeah. Yeah, everything.
From about that to that.
These. Right, so this is the oiler. So I think as it works, as it siphons, it pumps the air. There's like a check valve in here. It just slowly sucks the oil through onto like the hammer or the piston here. But as you can see, that's just knackered. That's melted and gone up to nothing. So I need to take this off, rip these panels off. Hopefully get that out today. Let's add like a protective wax on it, wax paper. The stand's bent. You can't really see. It's from there. The motor. So that will need straightening out. I'm going to put it on its base. And then fully repaint it and then give it a paint job. I think I'm going to start get this one off broken off now as well. Right, just whipping these off. They're M8s, but for some reason they're 12mm heads. Not 13, which is your standard size. Obviously just Chinese engineering at its finest. Oops, sorry guys. The pinky in the way. So, is that just a case of lifting off now? Oh, hang on. One on the bottom. Numpty. So yeah, it's just all into the hammer. A bit of debris. I'll just pop you down for a second and whip this off. Sorry guys, poor planning. I've not brought a stand, so I'll try and film it from there. The best of it really, at least you can see a bit. Okay, so these have been broken apart now and obviously separated and just put back together just for easier to take apart. I just want to basically get everything sort of free moving. So then when I do start to strip it down, because what I want to do is take some of these parts home and clean them in my garage throughout the week. That one's obviously loose. I'm going to have to make new gaskets for these. Sam's got some gasket paper he says I can have, so I'll give him some money for that, I guess. I'm going to break this one free now for the rod. I'm going to guess, no, that's obviously just for lifting, hoisting the bloody thing. But yeah, inside, like I said, the hammer, it's got an M12 thread so you can lift the hammer out. I'll take that off and do the other side. Break all this away. This panel here. Sorry guys, the thing's not break. These obviously levers here. The air valves. Controlled by the foot pedal down here. As you can see, it's a bit worse for wear. Like the spring's a bit knackered. Sorry, it's not the greatest light. Hopefully today we can get this out. I'll take that home, I'll give that a good clean up, good polish. I'll probably take the hammers back as well and give them all a clean because they're a little bit dirty and seized up. Got combo dies and some flat dies. One of these, I bought them, the fella was saying, yeah they are. You've got like a little latch here that's, well, obviously when it's freed up will slide back into and lock it in place so it can't fall out. but these ones don't have them. And supposedly sent these off to have them all re-hardened because the hardness of them wasn't very good. I'll check them in my files and see where we're at. Right, so the head of the con rod part's out. Had the head of the hammer off. All these bits have been taken off now, so I can get to them easily. This one's going to quickly do. It has been off once already though, but I'm just going to clean it off. And you can see the top's off. And we've actually got, if it'll focus, no, a couple of cobwebs in there, so that'll probably want honing out because it looks a little bit, not rough, but not ideal. Time to tackle this side now. Why is that light there? That's really frustrating. Sorry guys, it's not focusing. There we are. Yeah, tackle this side, so that cover, and then these here, that panel there. So yeah, so far so good. Alright, so just whip this panel off on the side. It's obviously the rod there. So that's the bearing, that'll be the shaft, obviously it goes onto the pulley. Crankshaft, and obviously that's the bearing for the con rod. It's going to go up there onto the piston, will drive the air. So when I bought this, the fellow that I bought it from said that this is a Chinese, basically this is a Massey hammer, but it's a Chinese clone, so it's just like a cheap imitation. Obviously not cheap to me, but you know, in regards to buying a Massey. And they've cut corners everywhere. So, for example, anywhere that's like this part here should have a grease nipple or like somewhere to lubricate it. It doesn't have one. So he said, for the sake of it, just take it apart before you run it. Do all these little quick fixes. The guy was a bit of a specialist, and it'll just run forever then, hopefully. So I need to take this apart, get a grease nipple on it where I can get access to it, and every now and then drop a bit of grease into it. He did recommend putting a little plate down here and some gasket seals so the oil doesn't just spill out on the floor and go everywhere. Obviously the new oiler, because that one's knackered, and just general clean up and swap the bolts, these random size heads. I'm going to hone the piston in that as well. So yeah, this will be coming out hopefully. I don't think, maybe not get a chance today to get it because it's been a bit of a rush job, but yeah, you can see what we need to do. So I'll probably just drill that, once I get it apart, drill there, tap it, do like a little straight or a 45 grease nipple, probably do either side, and that just solves that problem, keeps that greased up, and then see what the bearing's like on the other side on the pulley. Gonna get rid of this, just some cheap, nasty cover. Might as well have the flywheel exposed because it's gonna be tucked away at the back, and this little flimsy, like, it's like a tea tray. Either reinforce it or, don't know, get rid of it. We'll see.